Pain and sadness filled the prophet Jeremiah as he watched his beloved people worship other gods and refuse to turn back to the one true God. For speaking God's message to the people, Jeremiah was left alone, forced to leave the city, and beaten for things people said that he had done, but really hadn't. For acting this way, punishment was coming fast for the nation of Israel at the hands of an enemy army. Again, the Lord warned the people through Jeremiah. Your city and anyone who remains in it will be killed by the Babylonians. But God showed mercy by adding, but if you leave now and throw yourselves upon the pity of the Chaldeans, your lives will be saved. When the king's officials heard the words of the prophet, they were filled with anger. Losing to the Babylonian king was not part of their plan, and not at all what they wanted to hear. They told the king, "He is a liar, and he is bringing everyone's spirits down. If we do not get rid of him, the soldiers will give up fighting, and we will lose to the city of the Babylonians. Kill him." So the king carelessly agreed. "Go ahead and do whatever you want with him." When the king's officials found Jeremiah, they took him and threw him into a deep hole in the ground used to hold water, called a cistern. Jeremiah began to sink into the deep mud and was left there to die. Although Jeremiah was the only man sitting in the mud of that dark and empty cistern, he was not alone. God was with him, and his pain did not go unnoticed. An Ethiopian servant in the king's house, named Ebed-Melech, heard of the unfairness of Jeremiah's situation. He went to the king and said, "Please have mercy on Jeremiah, for he has been dealt with unfairly. He will die if he is left in the cistern much longer." This time the king decided to stand up for Jeremiah. He told the servant, "Hurry, take 30 men with you and lift him out of the cistern before anything worse happens to him." Ebed-Melech responded immediately. He believed the words of God spoken through the prophet and risked his own life in order to save Jeremiah. God rewarded the servant's act of bravery and unselfishness by making sure he was safe when the city was being wrecked. God praised him for his faithful actions. "I will surely save you because you have trusted in me." The men pulled Jeremiah out of the cistern. He was cold, hungry, and covered with mud. They put him in the palace jail, where he stayed until the king called him to meet at the temple. The king said to Jeremiah, "I need to hear from God about what is happening. Please tell me everything. Hold nothing back." Jeremiah knew the king did not want the truth, but only wanted to hear what made him happy. So he said to the king, "You will surely kill me for what I am about to say, and you won't listen to my words anyway." The king gave his word that he would not hurt the prophet. Jeremiah did not trust the promises of a disloyal and cowardly king, but he did trust in God. So with courage, Jeremiah once again told the king about the punishment to come and warned him.